asked to speak here today to talk about someone that we all loved. For reasons beyond our control, there are many friends, families that are unable to be here with us today to celebrate Rory's life. To name a few, Laura's mother and father, Breda, Cheryl, Jacinta, and many more members of the family that I've never met. His friends in Ireland, Stuart, Kerry, Jerry Dwyer, Dara, Carl and Eddie, and his friends in the UK, Tash, Hammy, Rosemary, Kieran, Susie, Andy and Bernie, John, Marion Cook, Clive and Dee, James and Catherine, Nick and Sarah, Mick and Sarah, Mike and Barbara, Marion Illich, Roger and Liz Tate, Brexit John and Amanda, Reg and Kerry, and many more. And I apologise if I have left anybody out. I'm not very good at this.
You're doing all right, Charlie.
Back on track now.
At least your microphone was good, Charlie.
Forgot where I got to. What can I say about Rory? I can say a lot more than I'm going to, but it would have to be after the 9 o'clock watershed. We had a lot of common interests: motorbikes, cars, boats, drinking, young ladies, which, by the way, it took him a while to find the perfect match. His very feisty Scottish partner. I personally couldn't quite match all this. His cars were more expensive, his boats was always bigger, his this is making me laugh, sorry. Anyway, everything was bigger, and I finished up with, I have to pause here to say, I can only say that if I was a wine connoisseur, as Rory was, I ended up with a vintage wine, my wife, Shane.
How you doing?
Shane and myself have known Rory many years over a drink or two. Talked about anything and everything you could possibly think of. But we quite often ended up, ended up being very bored, as there were always endless discussions of the two of them, just talking about history. And it was heated. Well, some sort of history anyway. Anyway, on one occasion, we came down to the port and Rory was sat with Alistair, dear friend Alistair. I said, "Good evening, boys." He said, as usual, it always made him laugh. And they would say, "We knew you were going to say that." I'm very predictable, obviously. So, right. Then Rory wanted always to ask, "What have you been up to today?" Stupidly, I said, "I've been studying history." Okay, he went, well, that's difficult. One to go by, but he went, good boy. Good boy, isn't it? What part of history were you talking about? Oh, I went, okay. Spanish Armada. He said, oh, not expecting it. To go any further. Left it at that. But Rory took me by surprise when he then asked, where did they sink? Pause. Ah, in the fucking sea. Where else would you expect it to be? So that was just, I've always remembered that. I haven't got this bit written down. I remember that so well. There's a Porquet bar just over there. Anyway, whenever I would suggest a particular bar or restaurant or shopping or anything particular outing, he'd always suggest something else. As many people here know, it was always Rory's or the highway. Rory was loved, respected by everyone. He was kind, generous. He knew we all will miss him so much. He's left a big hole in all our lives. Goodbye, Rory. I love you so much.